Jeepers. Alright.
Alright, we're talking to her. She gave us the mission. Got all those. There shouldn't be anything new here. Wanna see the attorney badge? I probably already showed it.
I think it's you.
What device did I do? Gosh.
I don't know.
An attorney's badge. So you really are a defense attorney. Please, I'm counting on you. I need your help. I'm not sure I understand. What would she be interested in?
Cell phone.
Good job.
No.
I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry. No, it's me. Sorry, really. Sorry.
Too bad.
Alright, let's see. She gave us the mission to defend the one guy.
Who would be at the detention center.
Yeah.
So what made you think that the guy we're defending is a weirdo?
They're all weirdos, let's be honest.
That's fair.
Who's not a weirdo in this game?
Polly! You look as happy as a clam in its shell.
For a lawyer, this is it. The place where the battle begins.
You need something?
Oh, yeah, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Walkie Kataki. Right.
Sorry, he's in coaching right now. Could take a while.
Dang.
Drat. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back later then.
So much for that battle. Alright, let's look at the security camera. The security camera is looking at me. I wonder if they tape all of this. Chair guard. The security guard. He stands here watching this room. I have no idea if he's listening to us talk. I'm not even sure he's breathing.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Wasn't there a similar thing in like the first game when you clicked on the security guard?
I mean, there's always something.
No. Not that.
Move.
Let's see.
The clinic. I haven't gone there yet. Or the other clinic.
The other clinic.
Oh, I guess something's happening here
Oh.
too.
Huh? Where's Mr. Wright?
Maybe he's getting an examination again.
How many does he need? Isn't it just a sprain?
Somehow. Too bad, Polly. You wanted to show off your request to Daddy, didn't you?
What? What? Me? No!
Oh, that's a surprise.
Well, let's just come back later, shall we? Nothing, no examine, I'm guessing. What?
Apparently. There's a lot.
Just re-examining, wouldn't it be?
Probably. Or it'd be slightly different dialogue. So you can go to Eldun's house. And then you can go to the clinic. Maractus Clinic. Okay, no, it's just the garage.
It's still the garage.
So nothing there.
Maybe we can sneak in through the garage.
Why does the skeleton look like it's made of gold?
Just the color they used, I think. Maybe it's because of the lighting. It's a yellow light.
Yeah. Jeepers, you're standing on the armrest.
Yeah. She likes balancing there.
Weirdo.
It kind of makes me nervous because this is a very movable chair.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? No.
Just gotta figure out where you need to go.
Yeah.
Since you can't go there, it's probably there. There we go.
Here we go.
There. Oh,
June
I know who
15th,
that is.
Kentucky Mansion.
Alright, give me a second. Don't continue. For just a minute.
Alright.
I don't know it would be this early.
Can I at least read my line?
Yeah.
So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Oh no, wait. I'll go drink of water.
Okay.
Is it the guy on the motorcycle?
I think I can do it.
Okay.
We'll see. Ace Attorney does a good job with doing stuff. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're investigating, aren't we, Apollo?
Sir, I have a letter of request here.
Letter of huh? Why does it say a hit request on it?
Miss Stella must have used the Kentucky stationery.
Excuse me, coming through. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, excuse me, coming through.
We'll see. Yep, it's him.
Mm.
Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who is this guy?
I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. But this is the first time I felt this way with a man.
Mr. Gavin? Is he like a brother?
Ah, Verlaine. What is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes? The policeman officer fellow won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted, standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir, of course, sir. Ah, very well. This way, Verlaine. Whee!
Hey, what about me? June 15th, People Park.
On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you! Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Verlaine, and I'll be writing on it.
That's... why? Who was that?
Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse!
Are you talking about the statue there? What? Hey, it's just a mannequin.
Wow, sure got me.
Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Oh, what voice did I do for her again? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here?
Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in.
Huh, him again. That glamorous flop, always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me? We have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass?
Why did it fade to black?
It took that long for her to examine it. I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Talia. Was it Talia? Tiala. Thanks! It took you 30 minutes to figure that out. As I said, it's time. So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene.
She doesn't seem that happy about it.
She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. The case. Detective Skye. Quiet, please. It's snack time. You know...
We're not making much progress here.
She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. Oh? Who's he? The ex-defense attorney?
An ex-defense attorney.
An ex-defense attorney? I think you know the one, though. Detective Skye? Oh, go back to snack time. Okay. Yeah, this is great. I love this. Thank you. Your munching is so pleasant to the ears.
Much progress.
Blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
I already heard it. It's gonna be the same thing, so yeah.
So, let's go to examining.
It's gonna be...
Great! Hey there! No messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals, scientifically. She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she?
Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me that something here is very suspicious.
Like everything? I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. I better check out what we came here to find at least. Okay, gotta remember. Can I check chat? No, I can't. Check the
Everything
cache.
is just the same thing. Phone.
Do you want to see the mirror?
I don't think so.
Trucies?
Although, you know, I think we're probably done with the mirror, so we can probably go grab the slippers now.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna leave the park, go get them. You wanna see my attorney badge? It looks a lot similar. Can't you see that I'm extremely busy? Eating snacks, yes.
Busy eating snacks, I'd say.
This is going nowhere fast. Gosh, I can't remember what we're doing. Okay. Menu. Soup. Salt. Yeah. Crime scene, button, da-ba-da-ba-da.
Oh.
New dialogue.
Oh, look, that stands. It says Eldoon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand, at least. Got stolen by the victim. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. I think that's it.
There's a knife in the ground.
Okay, click on it. No.
No.
Would you like to see this bowl? I know where the stand is from. You know, you're not interested? No? Just
Oh.
gonna eat snacks? Okay, alright. Should we move on? Switch out.
So turn turn
Not that one.
the
That one.
right
Okay.
stick, yeah, and then examine the garbage can.
Let's switch them out. Let's go. You are going to search through the trash? I don't think we need to. We don't.
Oh no, please, knock yourself out. Don't mind me. I'll be waiting over here.
Isn't this the same as last time? Just so we're clear, searching through the trash isn't a hobby of mine. Okay?
I guess we can't do it yet.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Never mind
No
then.
switching. Not letting anyone nip the crime scene. Yada yada. That guy has rhythm, I guess. I doubt this one does, because looks like that woman's still causing trouble.
Look, no one goes in. That means you.
Ah, what's the difference? Let me go!
Sorry.
That's it. I'm suing. But I don't change my mind for $5. What is she? Some kind of con artist? I like her.
Beep, 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 beep.
Can I sneak in?
No.
No.
Look at the nameplate, Kitaki. That's so cool. Short and blunt, like any good gangster. Ooh, let's change our name.
Oh, do what?
How about Wah?
What?
WAA. Maybe that's too short and blunt. What do you think?
No comment. Alright. Let's see. Where else should we move?
Well, you figured out where
right,
it is.
Right, we should tell him that we found a stand. June 15th. Eldon's house. Eldon's house.
Oh, Mr. Eldoon. Hello?
Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, looks like he left.
We found a stand and everything. What about our free bowl?
Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry.
Oh, what a bummer.
Incredibly salty bowl.
Saltier than the ocean.
Can we see any hints of where he might have gone?
No. No! I mean,
Oh, alright.
get inside.
Front entrance to the
Practice.
Practice Clinic. The walls and posters are highly polished. I can see my face in them. Oh dang, my hair looks good. know that Apollo likes his hair. Police car is parked in front of the Maractus Clinic. It's empty. Police must be inside investigating. Where do you think we should try to check next?
Well, I know the answer,
You know the answer?
so that's why I'm not telling you.
Okay, that's fine. Sound great. Doesn't seem to be here.
You're close.
No. There we go. June 15th, Hickfield Clinic.
Ah, you're back. Run into some problems?
Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something?
What? No. No, me? No. I'm fine, really.
What's this? So there's a problem?
No, no problem. Actually, I got a defense request.
A defense request. That is a problem. I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore.
Oh no. The request was from me!
Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
Oh gosh. He's doing that on purpose. I know it. Murder.
Talk about murder. So, what about this defense request?
It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime.
Did you now? That's unusual indeed.
He looks so smug about it.
I've heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon.
Was it, though? I think the murder weapon was something else.
You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was?
I wasn't allowed to investigate the crime scene.
That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway?
Lab coat? I think she'd be involved with this.
Yay! You know her?
You could say that.
Yay. So, you know her, don't you?
I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time.
That would make her about the same age as me.
That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait. You know that other guy, too.
That other guy?
That shining prince on the motorcycle.
Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's.
Well,
Diligent concerned father.
he was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin.
Did he now?
You know him?
My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother.
His brother?
We're acquaintances, after fashion. Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate.
Clavier. What a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. What was he doing out there?
I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again?
Murder.
Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park?
Yeah. But that's our problem.
Yeah, that detective woman won't let us.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what am I gonna be doing?
Try taking that to this detective.
White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is.
Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Yeah, totally.
Well, either.
Hey, hey, officer, I'd like to give you this bottle of white powder.
Hey, Please don't arrest
would
me.
you like to buy it from me?
Hat. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh?
Okay. Oh!
You know what this is, Jersey?
I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me.
This is getting more and more suspicious. You know what it is?
Let me just make sure. I don't remember what it's called, so we're just gonna have to wait until I can get the name.
I bet it didn't taste good. Wanted to read your
Sorry.
one line real quick?
Let's go talk to that detective.
One more.
She's sure to know what that white powder is.
Alright, now let's leave. Okay. While you're looking that up. Kentucky Mansion. People Park. You ready?
Let me just. I'm gonna try to see what it's made out of.
Do, do, do.
Yeah, so it's just metal.
Ugh.
That's what I thought. Like, typically graphite.
Mm. Yeah, that's not healthy.
No.
Alright, let's present it. Let's go. Does this ring any bells? Huh? Is that... It couldn't. Where do you get that? I brought it from the office. You work at Wright & Co. law offices? Yes? Yeah, sort of.
Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy?
Daddy? I'm sorry? Who did you say you were?
Jersey Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter.
What? Mr. Wright has a daughter?
You seem shocked.
Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Thanks? You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories? If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll test for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Alright, now let's look at this scene properly and talk to her properly. The case, let's go! The report came in last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol.
Pistol?
Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Paul Maractus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact.
Here, have a copy.
I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me.
It's so mysterious, actually. You should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from.
A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is...
Dr. Hickfield.
Take that! Who's this old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself.
He's famous in this part of town.
Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work, thanks. Noodle stand added to the court record. Nice.
What sort of person was the victim anyway?
You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Maybe like he's Mr. Maractus. We know a Maractus clinic. I don't know. There might be a connection. Who? Me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky, I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist.
Ooh, were you studying abroad?
Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic science, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that.
Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe?
Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them.
Really? I had no idea.
She looks so serious in that one. She's been out of the country for a while. She's probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kataki family, yes? Walkie-Taka. I could say it.
Walkie-talkie.
Kataki.
What's funny is that, like, last time you said
I know,
that
I said
rolled
it
off the
so
tongue.
good. And then I messed up this time. Ugh, me and names. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently in the detention center.
I see.
Ooh, why was he arrested in the first place? You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes, I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Huh? The witness called the police, and they'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow.
What?
The victim. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, you see, apparently he's the physician at the clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed?
Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there.
What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. Now, why examining time? Let's go.
Knife.
It's a knife. A chef, to be precise.
Ooh, lingo.
The defendant, Walkie-Talkie, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh, look at this. There's a handprint on this shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. She forced me to do that. I didn't press any of those buttons. Right. First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots? Oh, that's you.
Oh yeah.
Why
Those
did I
black
read?
spots?
That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze.
Sometimes I try to read Apollo's lines, so
I know. It's only fair. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder.
it's
over the-
aluminum.
Aluminum powder. The print. With the press of A. Like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder. So you just dust it on and blow it off.
Blow?
It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use Y.
Wow, amazing! It's like magic!
I never knew I could blow with Y.
I never knew I could press Y and exhale air out of my lungs through my mouth
No.
at a higher speed than usual.
It's like magic. Isn't it though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with powder. Alright, let's say, just put it everywhere. Shouldn't I have the actual object to do? I don't know.
Get more of it.
There we go. Good, clear, quite impressive. Next, match the print. The police officer samples so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already.
And you can press A to view. for
Walkie-talkie.
the- Press A to view.
Yeah, that
Why?
looks,
Analyze.
looks about right. Wow. Match found. Who knew? So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life.
Apollo, she's sparkly.
And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come.
Chin up, Polly.
The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Alright, more examining time. Let's look at this dude. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body.
Good thing it's not the blue badger.
That would have been so disturbing. The body of the victim has already been removed.
That's sad.
Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief?
It's my best guess.
Seems likely.
What? You think someone killed him because he stole it?
Yeah. Taking care of business, Little Pony Kentucky style.
Try not to sound too eager about that, please. And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously.
It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it?
And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all.
Yeah. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases.
That's right, congratulations, Apollo!
And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. The thing to click on here? Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand.
Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here.
I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted.
Wait. Menu. Ramen, rice ball.
And don't touch those. Those are preserving the crime scene. Ooh, I guess the police put those tarps here after all. Can I look at the trash can? I can! Me and trash. There's gotta be a good clue around.
Clue or two.
Clue or 2 around here. I can read.
You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
I'm not a raccoon. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look, another pair of underwear.
Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties.
I don't like you calling me that. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't...
They're not mine. What other person?
There was another person who said their panties are stolen. Could these have been stolen too? Bloomers added to the court record. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned that I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without.
Move.
Whoop.
Kitaki Mansion. Move. Write anything agency. Move. Detention center.
Gotta love that. All the button pressing. June 15th, detention center, visitor's room.
I'm sorry. Meeting hours for the day are all done.
Dang it! But we still have 3 minutes.
I'll put in your request, but don't respect anything. Father's talking in the private room with him.
The father? You mean like a priest?
I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself.
That's someone I care to meet. Oh no!
Die, you!
You're the one on the...
I don't know if you want to be him or not.
I guess I could be if you want me to. You're the one on the... Yeah, old.
Ah, they're here.
Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power? With a cute apron? He's cute.
Walkie's lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family. Capiche?
Actually, I came to speak to your son.
Mr. Justice,
Yes?
my son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche?
Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capished out loud and clear.
You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life.
I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not you. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. It must be walkie.
That's Apollo.
Oh, that's Apollo. Switching voices. You must be walkie? The G's not a G. Tilly does hard time. Bazoy! You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change.
Silence! My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy.
Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. His hair is so fun. Huh! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it.
I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow.
So he wants to go to prison just because he's rebellious? Great. So much for talking to our client.
We made so much progress today. Even found my panties. I had fun at least.
Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for this trial?
Oh, almost forgot. Time for my show.
What?
Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
I guess that's, yeah.
To be continued. That's part 1, investigation.
Yeah, let's save.
I guess, yeah. Day 1 investigation.
Let's go.
Here we go.
See, I knew he was a
June
weirdo.
16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Yeah, he is a weirdo, but...
Mr. Fright's not here today.
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday.
Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
Ooh, just now. I want to see, or hear.
Huh? Okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training.
I think that's walkie, maybe.
Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Heck, good morning. Yo, what's up? Hit me with a guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really.
Walkie! Don't be running your mouth like that in here.
See, what's the difference between me and you, old man? I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen.
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
How old is this guy again? Like 19, 18? How old?
Somewhere around there. 20, who knows.
He's acting like a 12-year-old.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo.
My worst fears realized. The trial starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. June 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, the other guys are.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were the judge.
Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Katake. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge.
It's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor?
It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence?
You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial.
Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in the court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strengths of the little boy who bested my brother?
Ah, that's why he's here. Ah.
It was worth canceling a show or two.
Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court.
Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious?
That's how it's supposed to be. It is a court of law.
That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge.
We're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom.
Act on, baby. Today we play it my way.
What's that noise?
Sometimes you have to get on get on up in order to get down to prosecuting.
This is crazy.
The victim, Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world is a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim.
What do you mean undeniable?
If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. How do you play air guitar
Nein,
like that?
not yet. First, there's a little matter to be cleaned up.
Could you talk without the accompaniment?
Accompaniment.
Yes, that's...
Air guitar.
Yeah.
That's where I could see a guitar for a second.
I could at least hear one. What is it, prosecution? What is it, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic?
Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that.
Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said.
What? What is right?
I always say that. On stage, you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant? Waki, are you? I ain't your my son, old man. You step to Kentucky, you best be prepared to step strong.
You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail.
Gotta hand it to him. Rocky sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about.
It's his mouth.
Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Here we go.
Because like he wants to get into jail for some reason,
Yeah.
so he's gonna say the thing that'll make him sound the most guilty as possible.
Yep. Let's go. I'll tell you one thing. That doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about a half a year ago. He messed up my OP something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I got him in. Got another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OGs gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. You know what I'm saying? You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? Lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I tell you one thing, the doc was a quack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. I'll tell you one thing, the doctor was a quacker. And Chris? First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He is your family doctor. Who asked you, Pointylocks? Just who do you think you are? Your lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Someone had to show him what's what. By someone you mean, was there anyone at the score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind. I did what had to be done, straight gangster style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, G-Man.
J-Man.
I was in the clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my OP something bad. So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor.
Can you explain precisely what was wrong?
We had a little run-in with the Ripley's family. That's when I pulled a jack move
Gotcha.
and ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me.
According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself.
I'm surprised he survived. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you carried to the Maractus Clinic from there? Or carried to the Maractus Clinic from there?
Apparently, you were shot in the heart.
Dang! He survived that! Shot in the heart and he's still alive?
I can catch bullets between my teeth,
What?
but I never learned how to catch them with my heart.
The bullet stopped just so in my thumper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack dog. Can't even take out a stupid bullet.
So, as you say, the surgery was a failure.
That ain't the half of it, Holmes. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. Oh, what do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad.
It sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
He's a liar, straight up. He's better G than me. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. So this bullet is still... You know it, I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word G-man.
J-Man.
Word J-man. Close enough. Or no accident. That's for Sheezel. Seems like that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that.
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family health checkup.
The family checkup? That was the wackiest thing of all. All those G's lined up, taking eye exams and all that. Better die young than fade away, Bezoy.
A relief to hear.
Ah, what's a relief?
Oh? Did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
What?
Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way, that's whacked.
There is proof. Your checkup report.
Walkie's checkup report had a court record. Oh no.
How ironic. That you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping,
I don't want to say hopping.
let's get this gig started.
Started?
We'd have enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. This is Gavin's strategy?
Oh yeah. Forgot this is the guy. So, you will tell us your name and occupation.
I can do him? Or should I do
Sure.
him?
My name is Wesley Stickler.
Perfect.
By occupation, I take the phrases and flannel under which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation. And once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion as knowledge itself, for the sale derives from instead from the vagueness inherent in all representations of the. By which he means to say that he's a student, a junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
Great! Cross-examining him is gonna be fun!
Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime.
You ask, quite simplistically, what I saw. However, I understand the Homo sapiens possess two eyes, each of which is designed to receive and interpret data, sending images as forms.
Did we fall asleep? faded to black. I think we fell asleep from him talking.
And that night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping, and then I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol was pointed at the man pulling the stand. I shot him. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the point, square in the forehead.
Was there anyone else at the park at the time?
I can say with 100% accuracy. No, there was not.
The pistol our witness refers to is this.
The court accepts this into evidence.
That's it for fingerprints.
Let's go.
The fingerprints were ripe.
Aw, dang. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Jersey, why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. I can't help but feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Uh-huh.
That night I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them.
On the way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park?
Ah, a fascinating inquiry. Revealing me capable of being insufficiently verbose. Just consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I'm capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to complete one set. Ergo, the time to complete the 2, on average, is 6 minutes, 48 seconds. However, in the case that the questions are in the verbal category, and they don't know.
That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month.
Please, I have a recording booked after this trial. And I've got a show to perform.
Geez, sorry you're all so busy.
One man pulling the stand, another man facing him.
Were these men talking by any chance?
No, that you mention it. They were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, "You lied to me," and "oh, and." I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal. Oh, yeah. It's just as the defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart.
If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like he heard them clearly enough to me.
Might I be allowed to amend my testimony?
What now?
To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that's what's the way of it. I swear it on my diploma.
What's the difference? Well, by the way how they speak. Man sounds like something the noodle guy would say.
And this other man, who was he? I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant.
How can he be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark.
Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier.
Huh?
You see, in class, I always sit to the very backmost seat. You know why?
Who cares? I feel like it would be important.
Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes.
And this relates to your testimony how?
I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. I say the defendant was in the park that night. Then he was in the park that night. It is hard, immutable fact.
Sure is confident.
He seems to be telling the truth, too.
In his hand he held, yes, a pistol.
It was pointed at the man pulling the stand.
Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence?
I am sure. Surely you've just. Or so common witness would be tempted to say.
Huh?
Yet I am no common witness. See, not only events as they are, but a logical structure governing these events.
Is he studying for like an exam while he's
First, we must consider the
testifying?
fact that it was night in park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to the insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider that a pistol, that I call it Object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, becomes it difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A.
I think he means he couldn't see it clearly.
So it could have been a knife and not a pistol. My badge for a normal witness.
Yeah, the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand on the front, square in the forehead.
Was it square in the forehead? Can I?
Check.
Me...
Right bumper. I thought you were. Right temple.
Right temple.
So, or guess this
This side. So depending on where he was when he was coming into the crime scene, could depend on if he could see that other side.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there was someone hidden on the scene. Okay, anyways.
I mean, you could just present it immediately. You don't have to press. I see more dialogue, but
Yeah, let's a little more dialogue. Come on. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired?
Yes, of course, it was one shot. Why do you ask?
A contradiction, finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. A clear contradiction.
Good eyes, Your Justice. You're cool, real cool.
Huh? You really think so?
Yet, there's no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night.
Meaning...
This pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation.
He's got a point.
judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before you even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident in his testimony.
We always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. Better give that testimony another listen. Can I go back right now?
There we go.
Okay. And present.
The autopsy report.
Phew. If that's all of it, I think I have a chance.
Is that you relaxing? I see, Justice.
Objection? Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, haste yourself. This trial's not over yet.
Right, look at this. The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, the problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
I've already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak neither to the large students, but in my, for example, the section of a meter is size the wavelength of the light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know. In addition, it is well known the fact that the krypton particles are rare and visible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that
Mr. Justice. Yes? Was your objection to these krypton particle things?
This is the big time. And you're obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me.
No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple.
The temple?
Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? It is, right? Finally.
Your Justice. Ah, Your Justice.
Yes?
Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago? Phoenix Wright, was it?
Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. He doesn't like being wrong.
Forehead.
Forehead?
Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other. One with a pistol trains on the other.
What if it's not a pistol?
What would you do, Forehead?
Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!"
And you, Rolly?
Me? Well, I'd probably scream, eek!
And you, Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder?
The victim turned his head at the last moment. Gulp.
Oh, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory.
It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required.
Night in the Park 2. As soon as the razor killed his pistol.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. This is the one too.
I cried with composure.
Oh, so we can see what side he's on. So the right temple would be out in the bushes.
Let's see. No, that would be the left temple.
That'd be the...
Because this is your right. So if he turned this way, that would be where the right is.
Well, yeah, the right side is on the side of the bushes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
So if he turned towards the sound,
Then he would
that would be
shot
the one
now.
faced. Yeah.
The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon a cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
I see. So you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed. With composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
Yeah. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. Yeah, I already know the
Still
case,
here.
so like,
He shouted, "Oh, stop,
oh, stop please, or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction.
You're now in.
Whoop.
Wait, but that's not the direction of... that's away.
If the killer were to have fired at just that moment. As we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
That does seem to be the case.
Witness the power of Virginia and Ivy University's Departments of Science.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Yeah.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action.
Called it. So you saw a raised pistol, weren't you frightened?
Like me said, we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action.
That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot.
Eh?
You certainly were lucky. If I was in the killer's shoes, I certainly would have left a witness behind.
He actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger.
But regardless,
I attempted to hold the bloodshed. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure.
Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice?
They were. They were, of course. My God, exquisite voice echoed through the park.
You want my nap, Jeepers?
and the victim responded to that clarion call.
Quite. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and the shot rang out.
Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned?
Indeed, I would say about the same time, to be precise.
And the victim didn't ask you for help?
It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step.
I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him.
Don't say that out too loud, Trucy, please.
We were in a pond. Our cowardly killer defendant appeared to have become frightened. And tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
Jeepers.
Jeepers.
You're stepping on the phone. I don't like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
She's right. Maybe I can use something in this new testimony. Let's see. Let's look at the evidence again. I got... None of these would be very useful yet, I'm sure. And you said that the pistol doesn't have any
Fingerprints were wiped, that's what it says. I mean, you can still examine it.
Yeah, we haven't examined it yet.
Look down the barrel. That's safe to do.
Yeah. There we go. Right there. Whew, don't point that thing at me.
Don't worry, I can have myself around guns.
Can you?
Magic guns, at least. The one that pigeons come out of.
This is very reassuring. Beautiful.
Is that it? That's funny.
Looks like that's it. just
You can also look at the bloomers. Red bow.
oh,
There you go.
yep.
These bloomers sure have a distinct design.
You certainly know who they belong to at a glance.
That way, she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius!
I would think writing your name would be easier than writing a plum blossom. Yeah, okay, look at the stand. Beautiful. Oh, what could I click on?
Ooh, ooh. So that size says Eldoon, right?
Down.
That size says Noodle.
Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eltoon's name is spelled his name backwards on this side.
I think this says noodle. As in Eldoon's Noodles.
Huh. Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forward or backwards.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S.
How about a story called Team Meat?
close, but that would be
Dynamite.
mate backwards. And what kind of store is that?
Why? The store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's team meat.
How can you like turn it like this? Like goodness. It's a whole stand. Is that the only thing you can click on? I think so.
You know, just give me a second.
Pulls out the full thing from my pocket. Oh, neat. I already know it has fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
I'll click on. Well, except for the fingerprint.
So, the defendant's prints are on this knife.
That would mean he was here the night of the crime.
That's what I call irrefutable scientific evidence. Neat.
And also neat when it happens to be evidence against our client.
Time to look at paperwork.
Cause dead. Damage to brain resulting from ballroom. Injury to drug temple. 46. Nothing. Oh no, we can't click on
The
that.
label.
The label. The label reads fingerprint powder in some strange language.
How do we know for sure? This is really a jar for something else, like jam or honey.
Why would anyone go through the trouble?
Well, so the police don't find out. That's why.
I hardly think possessing fingerprint powder is a crime.
Oh, huh. I guess. That's boring.
I think we already examined this, haven't we? The yellow paint now.
We've examined pretty much everything.
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
This cute little watch strap. I want one.
it's kind of odd though.
What is?
I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself.
Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo.
Thanks. Finally, some respect.
So, what does that tell you?
Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details for one.
They dropped their phone after all. Kinda figured they were a little spacey already.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Alright.
Wait, there
Let's
was
see.
more. Go back.
Do you want me to
Over.
look at
The other paperwork. I didn't read through it.
this one?
No, the other one. That one.
Patient name,
He's 19.
Wakikitaki, 19, male. Report filed June 14th. Note, metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. From the scene. Where was the pistol found?
I don't know.
It's
Left
left
at the
at
crime scene. Hmm. I'm not sure what the contradiction is here. Keep looking. Go back. Quick.
Frightened. Shutting out.
You did press that, right?
I should have. Yeah, same time. Right. I cried with composure. Are you sure you're composed? Wait. He said he raised the pistol.
But
I thought he said he raised the pistol and immediately shot, but I think that was the testimony from before this.
yeah. This is the addendum or whatever.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm stuck again. Oh, no, that's not the button I wanted to press.
Yeah.
Two rounds fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Enter point right temple doesn't say how many bullets, just the one. Oh gosh. I get stuck so easily sometimes. It's like some.
Okay, look.
Yeah,
through
go
your
ahead.
stuff. Unlock. I think it's this and the gun, because the fingerprints were wiped,
Oh, so he needed the.
so he couldn't have just tossed it aside.
That's a good point. Oh,
There we go.
nice. Music stop. Beautiful. Wait a second.
And the misleading request. It is so bold, beholden to your own mode of discourse. You can't see how it affects you.
Come again?
Wait a second, you say. A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second, 1/60th of a minute?
No.
That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, ideas for a long period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds.
Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. Am I to understand you're objecting to the length of a second? Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
Ah, a common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints.
Ah, the little girl sticking it to the university students. There's a song in there.
I'm not little.
Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein?
Eh?
What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves?
Was he? Does he have any gloves? Does he own any gloves?
Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
Well, Mr. Justice. Could the killer have been wearing gloves?
No.
No. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime.
But it wasn't the only weapon found at the scene of the crime.
Strongly suggesting that this is the weapon he disposed of.
That sounds sort of to me. Well, therefore, Ed, any of your precious objections?
Gives, Apollo. Let's see that voice training go to work.
You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say.
What do you mean, nothing to say? Is it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. That's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away.
Very true. Right on, Trucy. You're right.
He's just confused because the pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
Well, it can be said I'm quite offended. But it is indeed true that once in my youth, I would have loved that remote blow seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see. For this validation poor might be prefixed my name, yet for the issue.
What can we say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Yes, I do, yes, I do.
Well, what he threw away wasn't the pistol.
Then it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be sinking.
Oh, wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Pretty. You think he's pretty, Apollo? Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? The knife. Is that a sword?
A shield.
Is it long
To be
enough to be
precise.
a knife?
You mean a sword?
A sword, yes.
It's long enough to be a knife.
It is long enough to be a knife, yes. I saw one of those on the late night movie last night. Great. A sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed.
Oh, I've heard. You're forgetting two other things you've just proven.
Huh?
One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie Kitoki.
Doesn't mean he had a gun.
Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
But he didn't harm the victim. It's a different crime. Indeed. Never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here?
Never estimate a Gavin is the lesson here.
Is the lesson here, yeah. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please.
It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light.
Wait,
Assuming, yes, that's what I said. Assuming.
so
What did
go
he...
to history real quick.
Did he admit to, Stickler, you say Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him, assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light? Assuming. Is that what I said, assuming? Oh,
So not very long, because it's if Mark hasn't not stopped for a traffic light, that means he was driving, but
yeah.
he is on foot.
5 minutes later, his brother left after him, and he took a car and drove through traffic lights and probably ran over a ex-attorney.
Anyway,
What's his first name?
What's your first name, Stickler?
got a car
Stickler?
record.
Okay, people. How do I go down to people again?
It's right
There we
bumper.
go.
Wesley.
Wesley.
So, if his brother is named Mark,
Do you have a brother named Mark? Mm-hmm.
As if that were a probable situation at all. If there is one, assuming that my assumption is no better.
What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. That's a good question.
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. So I wiped the prints myself. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene. 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
That would be crazy. You're just like, and then I wiped the prints off the
It looked a little dirty. It fell in the dirt.
the dirt. I couldn't stand it being dirty. Why didn't you chase the killer? Well, it was bad enough that he yelled at the killer and now you wanted him to chase it? It's dangerous.
He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down. Yet what you would have done when cornered?
It's very true.
Sadly, it takes more than aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that.
did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer.
I mean, I feel like there's other places
That is not?
that would be out of his view. But I don't know. Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to take this testimony down quick.
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene.
Which way did the killer run?
By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Into the bushes?
Into the bushes area. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kataki mansion. That's very true.
Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was look back once he was out of sight.
Ugh. How did he know that's where I was going?
Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience.
You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing.
If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor.
How often does that happen?
Ooh, good answer. Very cool.
So nothing strange about how he acted. Now, what do you think, Juicy? Juicy looks like she has something to say.
Here I go. I used my cell phone to call the police.
Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance?
It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proven 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite.
He actually looks like he's going to cry. Juicy? Juicy, what do you have to say?
Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes?
I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction.
Is that all?
No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing.
It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be few people around the park. So we just stood there. Watching. Not much to go on there. Trucy, if you've got something to say, by all means say it. Ugh, I can't find a single problem with that testimony.
Odd enough at last, there, forehead.
Maybe it's time to back off a bit? No! Never.
Never.
The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Yevon?
Ah, let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head.
Very well. You may continue with the cross-examination. So... Actually, I'd like to see... Does this share the park shape?
It does. But not like the crime scene, so it's not too helpful.
No, it doesn't. So if there's another exit at the top there, I can't see it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So do you think it was, the doctor, the dead doctor, the victim, that stole all the panties? Or the killer?
I know the answer.
You know the answer.
So
So... I want to know what Trucy has to say.
So maybe save and then lay off on the questioning.
Ooh, good idea. Okay.
So options. Save.
Alright.
Left, 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 left.
And press. And Trucy's still not saying anything. And then he asks if I want to keep going.
Okay, stop. There we go.
Yeah. Ugh, there's nothing fishy about that testimony at all.
Keepers.
It appears there are no objections
Objections.
to the witness's current testimony.
There are many number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer was wearing gloves which wiped off the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion.
Oh, no! It seems they've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all.
How unfortunate. It seems you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Forehead?
Stop calling me that. I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie-Talkie. Eek! Oh! Juicy! Everybody move! What's the meaning
There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Katakis? The Katakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? I feel like you should know this, considering one of them is, you know...
You know what to see. We keep the pretty little girl in this smile. There, as I say.
The knife isn't even facing towards her neck. It's like, I'll shave off her shoulder.
Enjoy the court for 20 minutes.
What? This court will not bow to the pressure from the likes of...
Judge. I see a little point in further aggravating this gentleman.
Recess, 20 minutes. I promise you, you'll regret it.
And they're gone! Wait, how did he disappear so fast?
Come to the kitchen lobby. Follow.
How can I hear you from there? I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. To be continued. Might be a good time to save and end. We have like 8 more minutes until 2 hours.
Oh man. It's just getting interesting. But yeah. I think that's probably good.
Beautiful.
Because you won't get to find out who the
Mysterious person.
mysterious person was.
Let's see. It could be the mom.
Uh-huh.
It could be the dad.
Uh-huh.
Or it could be the girlfriend, which I think is the least likely. I think the mom's the most likely.
So we're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to find out.
Or it could be Noodle Man for some reason.
Unless you wanna keep playing for a few more minutes.
Do you want to play for a few more minutes? How long is the recess?
I don't know. We could just end at the end of the recess or whatever.
Right.
I don't think it's too long.
Then let's finish the recess. And then...
Yes.
June 18th, 11:17 a.m. District Court, Defendant Melby, number 2. Trucy! Trucy!
You move quick, Apollo. Good show. Good show.
Trucy? You're okay, I thought.
Don't try, Apollo.
Those good for nothing gangsters. There's some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges.
Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else...
Dang! Oh, beautiful. That is beautiful. What the heck is that?
Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat.
I love it.
You look marvelous, darling.
The big hat on stage at the Wonder Bar.
Yes, I'm a big here.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean you, Trucy? There are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges.
Apollo! That was not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here.
Huh?
Remember what you said to Waki's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But the testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do?
Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will.
Trucy, no more staged abductions, please.
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You can see what he's feeling?
Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times.
All the times there was a contradiction? Do I remember? I remember him crying every time I contradicted something. Oh, I think I remember them. Sure.
There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time, there was a contradiction.
In his hand, he held, yes, the pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand.
Oh, so he paused for a second. I'm guessing.
Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
Oh, but that one he didn't.
He said the man tossed aside a pistol. But it turned out it wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit.
In his hand, he held a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol. His fingers got all tense, and he fiddled the corner of a page in his book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
What?
Gee, Bruce. What are
Ooh.
you doing? I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
That's interesting. Not that I know, like, everything about the game.
You mean that's how Mr. Right won all those games?
It's not cheating officially. I was looking at their hands or anything. I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all. But not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great. So he cheated. But what does that do for us? I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Watch a testimony. Perceive the truth. The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose.
Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo.
Alright, the power that I had the first one. Mr. Wright said what? That? Watch the testimony, perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that she said before the trial started? Huh? Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it.
Apollo.
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing.
Hmm?
Try to cover me for Mr. Hat as best as you can. I just moved from the coast, and boy, am I arse tired.
Right. June 16th, 11:40 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. So, right. Good to
There we
save
go.
and quit now?
Yeah.
Court is now back in session. Right. We're fine.
So we're gonna say.
Yee. Save complete.
There, now I feel satisfied now that you know.
Now that I know who
truth.
it is. Beautiful. Yeah, let's save again. Why not? Alright. I'm done for today. Thanks for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Fun game as always. Bye-bye.